All rise.
Good evening, everyone. We'll call the City Council to order at 8 o'clock on Monday, February 28th, 2022. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. There are 14 items on this evening's agenda, and I will ask the City Clerk to please read agenda item number 1.
Minutes of the City Council meeting, February 14th, 2022.
Councilor Dumas.
Thank you, Mr. President. Move to accept and place on file.
Motion is made to accept and place on file the minutes. Is there any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? Is approved. 11-0 to file. Agenda item number 2.
City Council President Ossing, an update from Mayor Vigent regarding COVID-19.
Mr. Mayor.
Mr. President, members, thank you very much for the opportunity to come down here and give you more good news. So we're down to 17 cases right now citywide, so we're all moving in the right direction. The positivity rate of testing is down to 3.15% over the last 14 days. And right now we only have 2 cases as of today in the hospital. So that's all good news. The Stop the Spread down at New England Sports Center continues, and the number of cars down there has been very few. This morning when I was down there, I think there were 3. So my anticipation is that we're going to be getting a call from the hospital saying they're adjusting the hours again and or moving back to the hospital, but we haven't been informed of anything yet. So right now, Stop the Spread is down New England Sports Center, Monday through Friday, 8 to 11, but subject to change. Our vaccination rates continue to go up, although slowly. Like I say, we're going up about 1% every time I come down here. We've had 90%. We crossed the 90% area for people with 1 dose, and 78% are fully vaccinated. So again, moving in the right direction. The youngsters, the ages 5 through 11 are really starting to pick up. We have 48% of them have had 1 dose, and 31% of them are fully vaccinated. So that's all good news, and everything's moving in the right direction. As of this morning, it's tough because all the kids just went back to school, but we didn't have any cases in any of our schools. But again, that was before we got the reports back at the end of the day. But AMSA, Assabet, and Marlborough had no cases as of first thing this morning. So that's good too. We continue to do a Vax clinic here in the city, in City Hall, in Memorial Hall, through March. We're going to do this every Wednesday from 12 to 1. So open from 12 to 1, Memorial Hall, Wednesday afternoons through March. And we will take walk-ins, but we prefer you pre-register, because if we have enough people pre-registered and we run out of doses, then the walk-ins get turned away. So obviously better to pre-register. And they did do a pop-up across the street, pop-up vaccination clinic over at Wally's on the 23rd. So they continue to do those, and the health department, again, continues to do a great job. So with that, Mr. President, I'll open it up for any questions.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Questions for the mayor? Councilor Perlman.
Thank you, Mr. President, and thank you, Mayor Vigent, for this update. My question is around the community cupboard, and if you have an update about how the stream of visitors coming in there is going, and if they're doing all right with their donations.
Yeah, we've been sending money up there regularly, and Barbara knows if they do need additional funds, they call down and we'll cut them another check. But we've written them checks several times over especially over the winter months, and my funds are dwindling down. But the great thing is the community steps up and always sends more in, so we're able to give them the resources they need to continue to take care of the people that need some help.
Thank you. I know we have some great volunteers down there as well, so they're doing a great job. Thank you.
Thank you, Council Perlman. Anyone else? Council Orem.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. Mayor, how are we doing on vaccines? Do we have sufficient vaccines for these clinics?
They're pretty plentiful at this point. We're getting them as we need them, so that hasn't been an issue. I mean, nothing's like it was a year ago, that's for sure.
Okay, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
Good numbers to hear. Everything, let's hope it continues this way. It's great news. The other note is, if I needed a vaccine, to make that appointment, I would reach your office or the Board of Health or both?
No, it's online at the Board of Health to sign up and register, or you can still go down to the pharmacies. They all, some have walk-in clinics and some have you sign up, but Walgreens and CVS and I believe Bovia's is still taking them also. So,
well, my thanks to you, the staff, for going through all that we've been going through. You're welcome.
Thank you, Council Orem. Anyone else? Anyone else? Okay, Mr. Mayor, thank you very much.
thank you.
We'll continue. Agenda item number 3.
Communication from Ward 2 Councilor Doucette regarding information on Mass Development PACE, Property Assisted Clean Energy Program, and impact opportunities for Marlborough.
Mr.
Councilor
President.
Doucette.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Motion to send to Climate Resiliency Committee.
Motion's made and seconded to refer to the Climate Resiliency Committee. Is there any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? It is referred to Climate Resiliency 11-0. Agenda item number 4.
Communication from the mayor regarding grant acceptance in the amount of $24,999 from the Executive Office of Public Safety and Security and the Department of Fire Services awarded to the Fire Department to be used to improve multi-jurisdictional communication capabilities.
Councilor Irish.
Thank you, Mr. President. Motion to approve the grant.
Motion is made and seconded to approve the grant. Is there any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? The grant is approved 11-0. Agenda item number 5.
Communication from the mayor regarding a transfer request in the amount of $361,080.93, which moves funds from PEG funds to Marlborough Cable Trust to fund the operation of WMCT for fiscal year 2023.
Councilor Irish.
Thank you, Mr. President. Motion to refer to the Finance Committee, please.
Motion made and seconded to refer to Finance, and councilors, you should have all received. I filed a disclosure to address the appearance of conflict of interest form, so you should all have that in your file, and that'll be in part of the minutes. Motion made and seconded to refer to the Finance Committee. Is there any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? Is referred to Finance 11-0. Agenda item number 6.
Communication from the mayor regarding a proposed order to establish the West Side Fire Station Stabilization Account.
Councilor Irish.
Thank you, Mr. President. Motion to refer to the Finance Committee.
Motion made and seconded to refer to the Finance Committee. Is there any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? Is referred to Finance 11-0. Agenda item number 7.
Communication from Solicitor Jason Grossfield regarding the request for executive session to discuss litigation strategy relative to WP Marlborough Mass Owner LLC versus Marlborough City Council.
Councilor Roby.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm moved to have this get moved to after item number 14 on the agenda.
Motion made and seconded to move this item to the end of our agenda. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? It is moved to the end of the agenda 11-0. Agenda item number 8.
Communication from Solicitor Jason Grossfield regarding the petition from William Camuso on behalf of Camuso Enterprises LLC for hours of operation of a gas station, the Shell Station at 431 Lincoln Street, pursuant to Chapter 342 of the Code in proper legal form, Order Number 2022-100-8046C.
Councilor Roby.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm moved to have this moved to item number 13.
Motion made and seconded to move this item down to number 13 on our agenda. Is there any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? It is moved to agenda item number 13, 11-0. Agenda item number 9.
Minutes of boards, commissions, and committees.
Mr. President.
Councilor Doucette.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Motion to accept and place on file the minutes of the boards, commissions, and committees.
Motion made and seconded to accept and place on file all the minutes. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? They are filed 11-0. Agenda item number 10.
Claims.
Mr. President.
Councilor Doucette.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Motion to send the claims to the legal department.
Motion made and seconded to send the claims to the legal department. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? The claims are sent to the legal department 11-0. Reports of committees. Councilor Irish.
Thank you, Mr. President. Finance Committee met on February 23rd, 2022 at 6:30 p.m. We had two items on the agenda that evening. First order was order number 22-100-8509, mid-year transfers in the amount of $1,652,616. The Finance Committee reviewed the mayor's letter dated February 10th, 2022, requesting $1,652,616 in mid-year transfers from various departments that fund contractual bargaining units, the vaccine incentive program, and mid-year department budget transfers. The Finance Committee voted 5-0 to approve the mid-year transfers. Second item was order number 22-100-8512, Parking Enforcement Officer Salary Ordinance. The Finance Committee reviewed the mayor's letter dated February 10, 2022, requesting change to the salary ordinance, Chapter 125, for the Parking Enforcement Officer. The change would increase the parking enforcement officer to not exceed $25 per hour. The ordinance is in the process of being advertised, and the Finance Committee voted 5-0 to approve the parking enforcement officer's salary ordinance change to not exceed $25 per hour. The Finance Committee adjourned at 7:31 p.m., and I will be requesting a suspension on order number 22-100-8509, please.
There's been a request to suspend the rules for order number 20-100-8509. All those in favor of the suspension? Opposed? The suspension is approved, 11-0. Councilor Irish.
Thank you, Mr. President. Move the recommendation of committee to approve the transfer in the amount of $1,652,616, please.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve the mid-year transfers totaling $1,652,616. Is there any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? The transfers are approved, 11-0. Any other reports of committees? Councilor Roby.
Thank you, Mr. President. It's not really a report of committees, but everybody should have received a packet on your tables marked with suspension. I would like to ask for a suspension to have something added to the agenda.
Motion made and seconded to suspend the rules for Councilor Roby to discuss an order. All those in favor of the suspension? Opposed? Suspension is approved, 11-0. Councilor Roby.
Thank you, Mr. President. So I'm going to move to send the order number 21-100-8475, which is regarding a zoning map and changes that were requested to be advertised.
Motion made and second to request the zoning change for Jefferson Street, which is order number 21-100-8475, to be advertised at this point in time. And just for the council's knowledge, advertising, it means it kind of locks it in. If you remember our housing moratorium, it kind of sets it and freezes the zoning change at that point for the change from commercial automotive to neighborhood business district. Any discussion on the motion? Councilor Dumas.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'll be recused myself from this vote.
Yes, Councilor Dumas will.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. Let the record reflect that Councilor Dumas will abstain. Any other discussion? Councilor Perlman.
Thank you, President Ossing. I just had a question. I noticed this was from a December meeting and was just wondering why it was coming up now for a suspension and wasn't on the agenda. Was it just misplaced because it was carryover?
Nope. The applicant that's looking to develop the Lincoln Mechanic Street, they're in the process of doing their due diligence. They found out that part of that trail is still commercial automotive. There's a current order before the council to act on, and we didn't advertise it, so this will start the process to advertising it, and then the council will take it up and see if they want to follow through.
Okay, thank you for the clarification.
You are entirely welcome. Any other questions? On the motion to advertise the order for rezoning the portion of Jefferson Street, all those in favor? Opposed? It is approved, 10-0 with one abstention. Any other reports of committees? Hearing none, we will move on to agenda item number 11.
Order number 22-100-8496, the reappointment of David Georgie as police chief for a 4-year term to expire on August 20th, 2025. Recommendation of the Personnel Committee is to approve.
Councilor Dumas.
Thank you, Mr. President. Motion to approve.
Motion made and seconded to approve the appointment of the chief. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? It is approved, 11-0. Agenda item number 12.
Order number 22-100, 8499, the appointment of Sarah Huff, to the Historical Commission for a term of 3 years effective from the date of confirmation. Recommendation of the Personnel Committee is to approve.
Councilor Dumas.
Thank you, Mr. President. Motion to approve.
Motion made and seconded to approve the appointment. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? Is approved, 11-0. Agenda item 13.
Order number 2022-100, 8046C, petition from William Camuso on behalf of Camuso Enterprises LLC to operate a gas station, the Shell station at 431 Lincoln Street, on a 24-hour basis pursuant to Chapter 342 of the Code of the City of Marlborough. Recommendation of the Urban Affairs Committee is to approve as amended.
Councilor Roby.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm going to move to accept and place on file the communication from the solicitor, and then move the recommendation of committee to approve the petition for this
Permit for the hours with the conditions, right?
I don't know that he needs to read anything, but
It's not a special permit.
no,
so
it's not.
just-
So I think it got
If you want him to read it, he's
gone over in committee, so I don't think there were any additional changes other than some legal language that the solicitor put in.
Would you like him to read it? We're running pretty well on time.
No, I think it's okay. unless
Okay,
somebody
motion
else-
made and seconded to accept and place on file agenda number 8 and approve the permit to adjust the hours for the Shell station from 5 a.m. to 11 p.m., along with the conditions associated in the permit. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? It is approved, 11-0. Agenda item number 14.
Order number 21-100, 8441C, an application for special permit from Attorney Brian Falk on behalf of J&D Landscape Contractors to construct and operate both a contractor's yard and landscape contractor's yard at the Airport Industrial Park, 101 Airport Boulevard, Unit 12. Recommendation of the Urban Affairs Committee is to approve.
Councilor Brown.
Please let the record reflect that I'm abstaining.
Please let the motion reflect that Councilor Brown will be abstaining for participating in agenda item number 14. Councilor Roby.
Thank you, Mr. President. So when we had this item on the agenda, it was in addition to 2 other items that we pushed the solicitor to move on as quickly as possible. We let this one lay on the table, so tonight I'm going to move to have this referred to the solicitor to be checked for proper form.
Motion made and seconded to refer the item to the solicitor to be placed in proper form. We can vote on it at our next meeting. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? Is approved, 10-0 with 1 abstention. Agenda item number 7 that we carried over from above. If I can have the clerk read the item with the order, please.
Move that the Marlborough City Council meet in executive session in executive session under Purpose 3 of the Open Meeting Law, Mass General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 21A3, to discuss strategy with respect to litigation, if an open meeting may have a detrimental effect on the litigating position of the public body. Regarding the matter, WP Marlborough Mass Owner LLC versus Marlborough City Council. As the chair hereby declares that discussion in an open session may have a detrimental effect on the city and the city council's litigating position. The city council will not reconvene in open session after the executive session.
Okay, so committee members, when we go into executive session, is a roll call vote, and for the viewing public, we will not be coming back after executive session. So once the vote is taken, we will end the council meeting and then roll right into executive session. So if I could ask the clerk to call the roll call for executive session, please.
Councilor Perlman.
Yes.
Councilor Landers.
Yes.
Councilor Ossing.
Yes.
Councilor Navin.
Yes.
Councilor Roby.
Yes.
Councilor Wagner.
Yes.
Councilor Brown.
Yes.
Councilor Irish.
Yes.
Councilor Dumas.
Yes.
Councilor Doucette.
Yes.
Councilor Oram.
Yes.
11 yeas, sir.
The vote to go into executive session is approved, 11-0, so we will now end the city council meeting for February 28th and go into executive session. We will not be reconvening. So we will end the city council meeting at 8:20. Thank you.